Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, you know what we haven't done in a little while? A rarest drops video. That's where I take all of your submissions and scour the internet for the rarest drops ever recorded in old school RuneScape. So thank you as always for all of your submissions. Once again, I'm completely floored by some of the luck you guys ended up getting over the last couple of months. If any of you out there do want to submit an image to be featured potentially in a future video, feel free to join the Discord with the link in my description and post it in the video submissions channel. As always, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate a like on it, it helps a ton. Anyway, let's get started. So as always, these are going to be ordered loosely from what I perceive to be the least rare to the most rare, but it's not an exact order and shouldn't be taken too seriously. Now to start us off at number 10, we have a hardcore Ironman by the name of Rubbish Mate. Now they finally made it to Zulrah, one of the most important steps for a mid-game Ironman, and they managed to squeak out their very first kill there in around 4 minutes. And what did they get? Well, they get the Zulrah pet very first kill. Pretty damn lucky for any account, but extra cool on a hardcore Ironman. Okay, so coming up next here, we have a player by the name of Heikki, who is killing some worms, and they actually managed to get something that I've never seen before, a back-to-back Dragon Harpoon. Now the Dragon Harpoon can be as rare as a 1 out of 10,000 drop rate, but I think it's pretty safe to say that they were most likely doing this on a Slayer task, which lowers the drop rate to a 1 out of 2k chance, but still pretty rare. The odds of getting a back-to-back Dragon Harpoon are about 1 in 4 million, and while it's not the most valuable drop in the world, it's definitely one of the most rarest occurrences I've ever seen from worms. Now coming up next here, we have an Ironman by the name of I'm Stu. Now they are doing some Vedion and managed to get probably the most useful drop they could ever get in a single kill. They not only managed to get the Dragon Pickaxe, which is incredibly useful for Ironman accounts, they also got the pet in the exact same kill, which is super rare. The odds of getting this drop are incredibly rare, in the hundreds of thousands, and Vedion is notoriously slow to kill as well, so I'm certain that I'm Stu is ecstatic to get both of these things done with in 5 kills. Now next up here we have another Ironman. Of course, it's always Ironman for some reason, by the name of KBG30. Now this player was killing some Briafita and they got something that I've never seen before actually, a champion scroll from Briafita. Now I wasn't actually even sure that Briafita could drop these scrolls, but they can, and it's still at a rate of 1 out of 5,000, so super rare. Now what really makes it so rare is Briafita requires keys to kill. If you look at the high scores, the person with the highest amount of Briafita kills is still only halfway to hitting the drop rate for getting a champion scroll from the boss, which means nobody is even close to having enough kills to ever have this happen. So it was actually incredibly rare, not useful, but rare. So next up here, we have a player by the name of Grigu, who is killing the Alchemical Hydra and has managed to pull probably the best possible drop at the boss. On kill count 400, they managed to pull the Hydra Claw, which is already a bit lucky for the kill count, but on top of that, they managed to get the pet in the exact same kill. These are probably arguably the two most desirable items from the boss, and to get them together is about a 1 in 3 million chance, so kind of a once in a lifetime drop, and not only just extremely rare, but also a pretty valuable drop as well. I don't think anyone's ever complained about an extra 60 mil. So we're heading back to next here with a player by the name of Seppini. Now thanks to the drop rate change, I got a lot more submissions from the next boss, and even though it is a bit more common to get drops, they are still incredibly rare compared to most other PVM encounters. So to start with here, this person has a fairly large kill count in next. Now it's a little hard to know how many of these are in masses and how many of these are in smaller groups, but on kill count 681, they managed to get the next lane. Now, the drop rate for the next pet is about 1 in 500, but as they were doing this in around it looks like a 5 or 6 man, it's probably realistically closer to 1 out of 2,000 to 1 out of 3,000. So pretty unlucky on that, but that's not it. A couple kills later, on kill count 688, they managed to pull one of the most valuable items, the Torva plate body. So 2 drops and like 8 kills. Pretty damn lucky, but that's not it. They managed to pull the back-to-back on kill count 689, grabbing themselves also a Ancient Hilt. And oddly enough, the Ancient Hilt is actually the most rare item you can get from Nex, dropped at a rate of 1 out of 516, so just an incredibly lucky succession of drops, and incredibly profitable as well, 500 mil in loot as well as a pet, not bad. So next up here, we're heading over to Guardians of the Rift with a player by the name of Ricardo Rick. Now, Guardians of the Rift is some of the newest content, and it was only a matter of time until somebody got incredibly lucky here. Now, Ricardo Rick managed to pull 2 Abyssal Protector pets within 5 kill count, and I just checked, they're not even on the high scores, which means they haven't actually closed that many Guardians of the Rift. Each pet is a 1 in the 4K chance, and they got them almost back to back. But now I thought I got pretty lucky getting my Abyssal Protector within like 20 hours, but yeah, this is on another level. Now, next up here, we have to have a look at probably the luckiest collection log I've ever seen for Nex. Now, as of yet, I've never seen a completed collection log for Nex, although I'm sure they're out there. Now, at first glance, their kill count does look high. I mean, they almost have 1,500 kills at Nex, but one of the biggest indicators here is the amount of shards they have, and they don't actually have that many of those, which means pretty much all these kills I think were done in masses, which makes this log absolutely insane. They have 1 of every single item. The only thing they're missing is the Nihil horn, and they even have a duplicate of the Torva helmet. I can't get over how lucky this person is. The odds of getting 1 of these items in a mass, might be about 1 in 1,000, maybe even more than that, which means if they are kind of on rate for items, they would have 1, maybe 2 items, but they have pretty much filled out the entire log. They have the pet, they have the ancient hilt, they have all of Torva, the Zerai Van braces. They're simply missing 1 item, which I think this might be the luckiest person to ever kill Nex. Now, coming in at the second spot here, once again we have an Ironman by the name of Brend Eggo. Now, this Ironman was doing the Corrupted Gauntlet. Now, I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think we have to make a pretty strong assumption that it's got to be the Corrupted Gauntlet. And why? Well, because they got pretty much every single drop in 1 kill. They managed to get the pet, which is a 1 out of 800 chance from the Corrupted Gauntlet. They managed to get the Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed, which is valued at around 150 mil, one of the most valuable drops in the game. And to top it all off, they also got a Crystal Weapon Seed. Honestly, the only way that could be a bit better would be also getting the Crystal Armor Seed. Pretty insane to think about. So they hit a 1 out of 800, a 1 out of 400, and a 1 out of 50 in a single drop, which is pretty much the perfect gauntlet loot you could ever get, and one of the most rare things I've ever seen happen there. Now finally here, coming in at the number 1 spot, we have a player by the name of the KiIIing. Now, this player was doing some master clues, and on their 5th ever master clue, they got the Bloodhound pet. I'm obviously kind of jealous, but it's happened before. The Bloodhound pet, after all, is only 1 out of 1,000. Getting it within 5 kills is lucky, but not unheard of. Now, if we go ahead and fast forward to simply 3 master clues later, they get another Bloodhound pet, but that's not it. They also managed to hit a mega rare in the exact same clue scroll. They managed to get a Gilded Scimitar and the Bloodhound pet in the same clue, which is so incredibly rare on its own. But to think that they got a mega rare and 2 Bloodhound pets within 5 clue scrolls, that just boggles the mind a bit. Do your masters, everyone, of course, because it could very well pay off. So congrats to the KiIIing and everyone else who made the list. Thank you as always for all of your submissions. Again, if you do have a rare drop that you'd like to submit, don't forget to go check out the Discord and pop it in the video submissions channel. I'll always look there when I make new videos, so if you have it there, I will at least look at it. Anyway, thanks for watching as always, guys, and I'll see you next time. Now, before I go here, I want to give a giant thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to Nello, Alejandra, The Hybrid, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed to the Dragon tier. Really, I appreciate it so much. Also, a giant thank you to Kaitin987, Mexos, Base Titch, MDM001, and YoYoSub89 for being subscribed to the Runite tier. Appreciate you guys as well. As always, if anyone's looking for a direct way to support me, YouTube membership is the best way to do so. You'll get immortalized in all of my future videos, you can get a custom role on my Discord server, and you'll even know when all my videos are coming out. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.